encourage you, first of all, to look at the environmental impact, not just of right now, but of if something were to happen, what will that actually look like?
Those concerned with having a data center in Hermantown are pushing for an environmental review, saying the Alternative Urban Areawide review was not enough.
I really need to know if you can explain yourselves why you picked an AUAR instead of a standard environmental impact statement. I realize they're slower, but what's the rush?
These concerns would have been addressed at the Planning Commission meeting on October 21st, but the city pulled the permits.
Those permits describe more specifically uses, heights, views, what the project really is compared to some of the worries that came out of the AUAR that there's not specificity.
Worries like the environment.
Environmental concerns have always been a huge part of the technology world.
Api Devaretti has worked in the technology space for about 18 years and has national experience in the sector.
I've been to over 80 different data centers throughout my career.
He's in support of the Hermantown Data Center proposal and says the industry is constantly working to become more environmentally friendly.
Climate change has been a hot topic for a very long time, and data centers contribute significantly to that. So over the last decade, a lot of companies have taken a lot of steps to reduce their amount of carbon emissions.
One of the environmental concerns with data centers is the need for water to cool them. For better efficiency, the Hermantown Data Center would have a closed-loop system.
So you're not evaporating water, you're not losing that water. They're using high-efficiency heat pumps to make sure that their costs stay low, which I think is a net win for the environment.
Unlike other data centers that use millions of gallons of water per day, the project proposal for Hermantown anticipates a daily need of up to 50,000 gallons.
This one is a water use that's going to be equal to or less than one of the tunnel car washes we have in town.
In this instance, the water that is being used for this project will be coming from Western Lake Sanitary District. So there are pipes that will be carrying water to this data center. They're not using groundwater. We are so fortunate to live next to Lake Superior, and yes, our water does come from Lake Superior. It's treated in Duluth before it's piped up here.
Lake Superior contains approximately 3 quadrillion gallons of water in it. If we were to remove 50,000 gallons a day, it would take 60 billion years to drain the big lake. Another potential impact addressed by the project proposal is noise pollution.
We're talking about an area that's one of the most busy traffic, trains out there, cars, the electrical substation out there. This is a busy, bustling area.
Once completed, the project is expected to be compliant with the Minnesota Pollution Control Agency's noise standards of 50 dBA at night and 60 dBA in the daytime. According to the city of Hermantown, that is the same noise level as an air conditioner.
We're going to do some berming because, no matter with any project, there's always neighbors on the edge.
Of course, that doesn't account for the added construction noise. Construction of the data center would occur in phases, with the final building being completed in 8 to 10 years.
And so when we talk about jobs, there's going to be certain requirements on this job, 40 or more full-time jobs.
These data centers need HVAC technicians, they need electrical engineers, they need folks to maintain and upgrade these servers. This creates a whole base of industry that's centered around technology and could be a very big win for the community.
Those in support of the data center believe the project will have a positive impact on our economy. But what about our electric bills? Minnesota Power is unable to comment about the Hermantown Data Center directly, and the anticipated power use is still not publicly known. I sat down with Julie Pierce, the Vice President of Strategy and Planning, to talk about introducing a large client to our electrical grid.
We've been serving large industrial customers, large manufacturing, big commercial customers that are very energy intensive, that need energy 7x24, and need high reliability. We've been doing that for decades.
In some areas in the U.S., such as the state of Virginia's data center valley, increased power consumption by data centers has caused electric prices to soar. According to Minnesota Power, this would not be the case in northern Minnesota because we have a regulated grid. If upgrades are needed to the energy grid, the bill would go to the large customer, not the average resident.
All of those interconnection agreements for large customers have to be filed and approved by the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission, and it's a very open, transparent contract that clearly identifies that the large customer must pay in order to receive service.
Pierce says the average energy bill might even go down.
At the essence of it, the more customers that Minnesota Power has, the more customers we can share the costs of electric service with. And that's a key benefit for large industrial customers coming to a regulated state like Minnesota.
Ultimately, this is a decision that could have a variety of impacts, not only for Hermantown, but also for the region as a whole.
This data center is going up in one location or another, and a lot of it has to do with why not Hermantown? Why not the Northland?
Now, the 421-page AUAR did include other potential impacts, such as the wetlands on the project site. The city of Hermantown is currently tasked with filling out an environmental review worksheet to decide whether a more detailed environmental report is needed. That's in response to a petition by the Stop the Hermantown Data Center group. Separately, the developer Mortensen has pulled permits from Tuesday's Planning Commission meeting as well as the December 1st City Council meeting. The company is planning on hosting open house events to engage with the community, and we're going to continue, of course, covering these events as we know more details about those.
Absolutely. Big story. Appreciate you asking the questions.